We could have 6 senators sit in a room for almost 6 months in this town and the contents of the discussion not get out. That's the way the Senate used to work, and our goal was to make it work that way from day one, and these folks have just been tremendous to work with.
I found that there was a willingness to discuss everything on an intellectual basis, to kind of check your partisan hats. And I still believe, in terms of a comprehensive approach, that this is the best possibility. If we can start with a bipartisan group in the Senate, that's the way to move forward.
The overall concept of Simpson Bowles is a very good foundation to build on, and I think all 4 of us, as well as Tom and Kent, would say that we've taken Simpson Bowles and even improved it in some areas.
Because you want to give us an example?
No.
I think we've looked at ways you can actually get it passed.
But anybody that thinks that we're going to solve it simply by cutting 12 to 14% of the budget really isn't thinking seriously about this. And that 12 to 14% is the discretionary portion of the budget. That's why everything has to be on the table.
This is the most predictable financial crisis we're approaching in our lives. And we have used government's traditional tools already. We've used monetary policy. We've used fiscal stimulus. We've shot those bullets already. So I feel kind of like the country or the Congress is Thelma and Louise in that car heading for that cliff. And we felt like somebody needs to put the brake on. Somebody needs to say, let's not drive over the cliff, figure this out. There are ways. And, we took the Simpson-Bowles report as a starting point, where you can cut tax rates, look at tax spending, government spending by a different name, as Governor Daniels said, tax expenditures, cut back on those, generate revenue, and actually, for folks like Dick and Kent and I, maintain or improve the progressivity of our tax system.
While we're reducing tax rates a la Ronald Reagan, we're going to increase revenues a la Ronald Reagan.
So here's the question. Is it more important to you to have a marginal income tax rate 40% less if you can't have a complete mortgage interest deduction as you have it today? Good question, right? I think it's an important policy question. Maybe that isn't the place we go to make the change, but at least let's go through the exercise to find out how we can reduce rates in a progressive manner. Remember where I sit on the spectrum. Reduce rates in a progressive manner, and at the end of the day, have more economic growth and rid the tax code of things that, frankly, should have been gone a long time ago.
The groups that have an interest in the outcome of these phenomenally broad number of issues are engaged. And I would say that the arrows is a polite way to put it. The attacks have been on both sides intense. Nevertheless, we can get past that. And frankly, I think a lot of these groups are going to be pretty happy when they see the ultimate outcome, because a lot of the fears they have are not as real as the product that we are working on. The bottom line here is that we have to continually remember that the status quo is also an option. It's not a good option. And in fact, I think that it's probably the worst option of any of the options that we have in front of us as a nation. But as Americans understand that, then they become much more willing to engage in the serious kind of discussion that we've had in this group that has helped to find ideas.